Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to a new work week. I arrived at my office this morning with an urgency to record this and to allow me to speak and unburden all that I have carried through this weekend and into this new week. I noticed though that I no longer carry the anger that I did carry during the weekend. It is now more of a pain that requires gentle healing. This morning, I speak to you from the heart. And I do hope that this situation has also been weighing heavily on so many of us. Over the weekend, I saw a very, very disturbing video of a crime. And I believe that that video is currently circulating on social media. This kinds of video, it's not a first. We've all seen similar stories. Daily, we hear the whispers, we read the headlines, but I've seen no real action to halt these kinds of incidences. One after the other, we're losing women and girls in the most violent, disturbing, heartbreaking ways. And often, for reasons we can't even begin to fathom. It's happening far too often, and it's time that we said clearly, this cannot continue. There's something deeply unsettling happening in our communities. We can't keep pretending that these are isolated events or random tragedies. There's a pattern, and behind that pattern is a society that has grown too comfortable with silence, especially when women are hurting. Let me be clear, no woman should have to live in fear. No girl should be taught to shrink herself, to stay small or stay quiet just to be safe. And yet, that's the reality many are facing today. Whether these acts are driven by warped ideas of power, or seek shortcuts to fame and fortune, or just complete disregard for human life, we cannot allow it to become normal. Not in our homes, not on our streets, not anywhere in this country. As someone whose work centers around women and young people, I hear these concerns every day. The fear, the frustration, the exhaustion. And I want to say, you're right to be upset. You're right to demand better. But what's more troubling is the silence from those who should be leading the conversation. When leaders fail to speak, to act, or to show up for their people, especially during times like this, it sends a message. And that is a dangerous one. We can't build a healthy, thriving nation if half the population is living in fear, unsure of their safety, unsure of whether their lives matter enough to be protected. Women and girls deserve better, and so do the men who love them, the families who raise them, the communities that depend on them. We need to start asking harder questions and giving real answers. How are we protecting women? What systems are in place? What's working and what's clearly not? We need better policing, better support systems, more community programs, stronger laws. And most importantly, we need open, honest conversations. We need to stop hiding behind silence and start dealing with the truth. Because this silence, it's heavy, it's pregnant, it's loud in its own way, and it's carrying so much pain that's been swept under the rug for far too long. To our young women, your lives matter, your dreams matter. You have every right to grow, to lead, to live fully without fear. Don't let the world convince you otherwise. And to my colleagues in leadership across all levels, this is not just a woman's issue, it's a national issue. It speaks to the soul of who we are. And if we're serious about progress, we need to be just as serious about protection, about justice, about dignity for all. Let's work together, let's listen more, let's lead better. Because when women and girls feel safe, feel heard and empowered, our whole nation rises with them. God bless us all, and God bless Nigeria.